Welcome to whoever may be with me. It's about time to begin. This is the final Qigong class to learn the primordial Qigong movement form. I hope you've been enjoying it. Today we're going to review everything with a little extra emphasis on the most recent things we've learned, and then we'll put it all together again at the end. And maybe we can do this again outdoors in the springtime when the weather's nice and you can really feel the energy of the earth and the heavens even more. And it would be a refresher for those who have tried to learn this winter. And you can practice between now and then if you learned enough to keep going. You can also keep learning even after today's last class because the Zooms are available to you. So I hope you enjoyed this form, and let's warm up. Let's begin as usual with shaking off whatever may be ready to be released. Easy releases, things on the surface, whether we're aware of them or not. We don't know what's being released. We're just open to letting go of any tightness or tension or stress, any emotions that may be a little stuck. Let them go. Smile. Okay. And our usual warm up of all the joints, starting with the waist, begin in your Tai Chi pose, your Wuji pose. You can put your hands on your waist if you want. Breathing in and out through your nose, not forcing. Easy, comfortable breathing, and it will become deeper and deeper as you continue. And smiling. And let's begin bending forward to the side, back to the side, in an oval or a circle, however you see it, and at your own pace. Don't push the bend into a painful spot. Be gentle, but go to your edge. Keep breathing. Opening up the torso at the waist. One more around and then we'll change directions. Other direction. One more time. Back into Wuji Pose. Now, we're going to work the hips in the same way, bending only at the hips. I like to put my hands on the back of my hips. You don't have to. And bending at the hips. Forward, to the side, back, to the side. At your own pace, smiling, breathing in and out through the nose. I'm tight today. One more time around. Now change direction. bending at the hip. One more time around. Okay, Wuji Pose. But bring your feet closer together. We will warm up the knees. We're going to start with massaging the knees. And then if your knees are in good shape and you don't have to protect them an extra amount, you can do the rotations. But please protect your knees. Okay, massaging the front of the knees. Warming them up. Massaging the outer sides. Massaging the inside of the knees. Still breathing in and out through the nose. Massaging the back of the knees. And back to the front. If you need to protect your knees, keep doing the massages. If you're able to rotate at the knee, let's begin. Front, side, straight, side, at your own pace. And you notice the ankles get a nice rotation too. One more around and change direction. One more. And stop. Massage again. Front, outer, inner, back, and roll up. Okay. Now back to Wuji Pose. Let's open up the spine. Just rotate the shoulders and the head. Let the arms hang and go with the flow of the torso. Your arms will gently fall against your body. Breathing in and out through your nose. Moving at your own pace. Smiling. Next time, your right arm goes across the front, lift it up to shoulder level. Other arm goes in back. Opening up the middle back and the upper back. Opening the shoulder a bit. Turning the head opens the neck. These warm-ups are related to the movements that we do in the form, as I'm sure you can see by now. Okay, drop the arms again. All right. One more from Wuji Pose. Rolling down the spine, starting at the base of the skull. Roll forward one vertebra at a time, opening the neck. Rolling down the upper back. Let the arms hang, knees slightly bent. Middle back is opening. Go slowly. Lower back is opening. Just go as far as you comfortably can. Go to your edge. Keep breathing in and out through the nose. Let the arms hang. Breathe into the back of your lungs. Let the breath open and relax all the muscles of the spine. Soften and relax them, opening the vertebrae. Check into your body and notice whether you're holding tension in any muscle. If you are, soften and relax that muscle. Our legs are holding us up, but they don't have to be clenching. They should be soft and strong as they are relaxed. Breathing into the back of the lungs. All the way from the bottom of the rib cage up to almost the shoulders. Okay, now rising up slowly, one vertebra at a time. Keep the knees slightly bent. At the sacrum and rolling up the lower back. Rolling up the middle back. Rolling up the upper back. And the neck. And finally the head. And then roll the shoulders up and back. Arms extended. Fingers extended. Breathing in and out through your nose and smiling. Shoulders down. Don't be hunching. Okay. All right, I'm going to take a sip of water and then we will begin to move. Oops, we got to ground. Okay, we'll do a quick grounding from the Wuji Pose. Get in touch with where the soles of your feet are against the floor. And then send your roots or your imaginary line deep into the earth. And stop, and then bring them back up, bringing earth energy, rising up through your roots, up your line, into your feet, rising up all the way through the legs, into the hips and the lower back and the lower belly, into the Dantian. Unending, never-ending earth energy continuing to flow into our bodies, grounding us to the earth, stabilizing our feet and legs. Okay, so we'll begin. I'm trying to see, want to make sure that all of me is in the video. Sorry. Okay. I just did something I shouldn't. Let me push it back. Sorry. I've never done this at home before. Okay, so I'm going to do like we did at church. I'm going to be facing the same direction you are. So we're going to begin in Wuji Pose, facing east. We're going to go through the entire Earth cycle and close the Earth cycle all the way around. We'll be closing, facing this way, south. Then we'll do a turn back to east. Do a heavenly cycle all the way around, ending at south. And today we're going to learn the close for the heavenly cycle. Okay? So we're going to go all the way up to that close, and then I will teach you the close. So here we go. Wuji posture. And begin. Earth energy up. Heavenly energy down. Form a chi ball. Right hand on the bottom. Separate yin and yang. Right hand up, left hand down. Rotate your hands. Come back together. Left hand on the bottom. Separate again. Left hand up, right hand down. Come together in front of the heart on the sides of the ball and take it up to the heavens. Out through the cosmos. Deep into the earth. And pull all that energy up through your body, all the way to your heart. And then take it out in front and go over to the right, to the moon in the past, back across to the left, to the sun and the future. Across again to the stars, to the present moment. Down in front. Right hand on the bottom. Do the hand rotation, change position, rotate 3 times. Weight on the right heel. Pivot the left elbow and left foot. Step left and scoop left. Step right and scoop right. Scoop left, scoop right, and as you are, turn to the other direction. Step over, slide the right hand under the left. 3 hand rotations, change position, flip. 2, 3, weight on the right foot. Pivot the left elbow and leg. Step left and scoop left. Step right and scoop right. Scoop left. Scoop right. Bring the right arm all the way down. And the closing for earth, up through the sides, down through the sides, into the earth, scooping up through the cosmos to above the head, touch the palms, and pull the heavenly energy down through the body, all the way to the Dantian. End of earth cycle. Now we have to turn from this south direction back to east. So we drop the arms, put the weight on the right foot, pivot to the left as we scoop over up through the heavens. This is a heavenly cycle now. Brush the right hand off the left hand and then begin. Pinky right hand, pinky left hand, ring finger, ring, middle, middle. Forefinger, forefinger, thumb, thumb. Weight on the right heel. Pivot to the left as you scoop through heaven. Step over, brush off. Right pinky, left pinky, facing north. Right ring, left ring. Right middle, left middle. Right forefinger, left forefinger, right thumb, left thumb. Weight on the right heel, pivot left, step over, brush off, right pinky, left pinky, right ring, left ring, right middle, left middle, right forefinger, left forefinger, right thumb, left thumb. Turning to the 4th direction, pivot left, scoop to heaven, step over, brush off. Right pinky, left pinky, right ring, left ring, right middle, left middle, right forefinger, left forefinger, right thumb, left thumb. And now instead of bringing, this is the closing, instead of bringing the right arm up again, we bring it to the dantian and we spiral there with the right hand, left hand, 3, 4, right 5, left 6, 7, 8, 9. And instead of doing a 10th circle here, we repeat the earth closing. This is the 10th, up to the side, down to the side, up through the cosmos into heaven, touch the hands and pull down. And that is the final closing for one earth cycle and one heavenly cycle laid on top of it. We're now facing a whole new direction to start over. We'll do one earth cycle and one heavenly cycle here, but we'll end up facing this way. We'll repeat and so on. We work our way back around. So let's look at that heavenly cycle closing, okay? Because we turned from here after we did, let's see, right thumb left from 9, 10, we turned and we're at our 4th direction. We brush off and we do the 10 big heavenly cycles, moving through the fingers to count the 10. Right thumb, left thumb, which is 10. And then the right hand circles on the belly. Left hand, right 3, left 4, right 5, left 6, right 7, left 8, right 9. And when the right arm comes down, we do the closing we know. Up on the sides, down on the sides, up through the cosmos to heavens, hands together, pull heavenly energy down through the body. So the only difference between the closing for earth cycle and the closing for heavenly cycle is that after we finish the movement at the 4th direction, the 10 heavenly arm circles, 9, 10. Before we do that same closing we already do, we do 9 spirals on the belly, on the dantian, starting with the right hand, because we finished 9, 10, and so this arm's ready to go, our right arm's ready to go, so that goes right on the belly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, consolidating all this energy. 8 into the dantian, 9, and then we go into the earth closing. So that is the whole thing, starting in the east, where we move through east, north, west, south, earth cycle. We do a turn back to east, and we do heavenly cycle, east, north, west, south, and we do the final closing. And now we're facing south and we start at the beginning. Earth energy up, heavenly energy down, form a chi ball. And we go through the whole thing. Oops, somebody's at the door and I can't respond. I need to keep teaching. Sorry about that. I think they're just delivering a package. So let's do this. Let's start at the beginning, facing east with the earth cycle. I'm going to get us started, but I'm going to not call out the steps for earth cycle because we know this by now. And I want you to feel how nice it is to move without so much talking and so much head work, and trust that your body knows this without needing to hear it. And then I will talk us through getting started with heavenly cycle, but then I'll stop talking. I want you to be thinking right pinky, left pinky, right ring, left ring, and so on, ending at the thumbs, and then I'll talk us into the turn, okay? And I'll talk us through the close of the heavenly cycle. So here we go. facing east in the Wuji Pose. Let's begin. Earth energy up. Turning to north. Turning to west. Turning to south. Closing the earth cycle. Turning back to east to begin the heavenly cycle. Drop the arms, weight on the right foot, pivot to the left, scoop to heaven, step over, brush off, right pinky. Slow your arms down if you find yourself racing through this movement. Weight on the right foot, pivot, turn, brush off, facing north, right pinky, left pinky. Weight on the right foot, turn to the west, brush off. Weight on the right foot, turn to the left, to south, brush off, fourth direction. Ring finger, ring finger. Ten, 9 spirals, right, left. Closing the heavenly cycle. And then the closing that you know. Very good. We're going to do that again. Okay, facing east. Begin earth energy up. Free hand rotations. Weight on the right heel. Facing north. Step over, slide the right hand under, facing west. 3 hand rotations. Turn to the south, fourth direction. And the closing for earth. Now we're going to turn back to east to begin the heavenly cycle. Weight on the right heel, step left, scoop to heaven, step over, brush off, and then right pinky, left pinky. Weight on the right heel, pivots, step over, brush off, right pinky, left pinky, facing north. Weight on the right heel, pivot, scoop to heaven, brush off, right pinky, facing west. Weight on the right heel, pivot, scoop to heaven, step over, brush off, right pinky. Remember, if your arms are tired, you don't have to reach up so high. You can keep it a small arm cycle. 10th, thumb, thumb. So we take the right hand and we spiral, spiral. 3, 4, right 5, left 6, right 7, left 8, right 9. Drop the arms. Do the closing that you know. Okay, great. So we have done one earth cycle from east to north to west to south. We turned back to east. We did a heavenly cycle from east to north to west to south. Now we're going to start over. So we're going to start this way. And I know what this means for you is that you should be facing away from your video. See if you can do it. We're going to do the same thing, but we're starting in this direction, okay? Let's begin. Earth energy up. Separate yin and yang. Pull it up through your legs to your heart. Open your heart and take it out. Three hand rotations. Weight on the right heel. Pivot left hand and foot. Lean and scoop left. Step over, scoop right. We're facing east. Turn to north. Right hand under the left. Three hand rotations. Pivot left. Step over, scoop left. Scoop right. Scoop left. Scoop right. We're at the fourth direction now. We're at west. So we're going to close. Now we have to turn back to south to do our heavenly cycle. So drop the arms, weight on the right foot, pivot left, scoop up to heaven, step over, bring the right arm around, brush off. Right pinky, left pinky. Right thumb, left thumb, weight on the right heel, pivot to the left, scoop to heaven, step over, brush off. Facing east, right pinky, left pinky. Turn. Facing north. Ring finger, right middle finger, left middle finger. Keep going. Weight on the right heel, pivot, scoop, step over, brush off, right pinky, left pinky. This is our last direction, fourth direction, facing west. Now, 9 spirals, starting with right hand. Spiraling all of this energy that we've gathered into the dantian. 7, 8, 9. Do the closing that you know. And we're facing west, and we're going to start again. Earth energy up. Pull it up through your legs, through your torso, into your heart. Open the heart and take it out in front. Earth cycle, so we're stepping left and scooping. Turn, slide the right hand under the left. 3 rotations. Turn, scoop. This is our 4th direction. So we're going to close the earth cycle. Now we've got to turn back to the west to lay a heavenly cycle on top of this earth cycle. So drop the hands, weight on the right foot, pivot left as you scoop up to heaven, step over, brush off, and then right pinky, left pinky. Weight on the right foot, pivot, step over, brush off, pinky, pinky. Keep breathing. Weight on the right foot, pivot, scoop to heaven, step over, brush off, right pinky, left pinky. We're at the 3rd direction. One more turn. Brush off. Pinky, pinky. Ring, ring. So, spiral with the right hand. Left hand 2, right hand 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right hand 9, and do the closing that you know, closing out this heavenly cycle that began in the west and is ending in the north. One more to go. Drop your hands. We're going to start facing north and we'll end up at east where the whole thing began. Earth energy up, heavenly energy down. Open your heart and take it out in front. Scooping. Turning, sliding the right hand under. 3 rotations. Turning, scoop left, scoop right. This is the fourth direction. Ending at east. Close the earth cycle. Now we have to turn back to north so we can lay the heavenly cycle on top. So drop the arms, weight on the right foot. Pivot left as you scoop to heaven and step over. Brush off. Right pinky, left pinky. Weight on the right heel, turn, scoop and step over, brush off. Right pinky, left pinky. Turn, brush off, right pinky, left pinky. Third direction. One more turn, facing east. Step over, brush off, right pinky, left pinky. And we spiral 9 times. Right, left, right, left, right, left. 7, 8, 9. And the closing that we know. Ending in the east where we started. Good job. I'm going to get a drink of water. Let's take a little break. That's a lot of movement. A lot of arm movement, a lot of breathing. Remember, if your arms feel tired or achy, modify things. Don't reach all the way up on the heavenly cycle. Instead, do smaller movements. Remembering that you can have your hand right here and extend your energetic fingers all the way up to the sun. So use your energetic extensions to gather that heavenly energy, right? It's the same thing as when we bring earth energy up. Let's see, when we have our hands here and we reach up to the heavens, way up there, we're reaching, we're extending our fingers, gathering heavenly energy. We pull it down through the cosmos, extending way out in front of us. We reach deep into the earth and we pull all of that up. Then we go over here, we reach the moon and our past. And over here for the sun and the future. And back here we reach the stars and the present moment. So remember that. You don't have to really reach. Give your arms a break. If they're hurting, just go through the motions in your mind and give your arms a shake and a rest. Don't ever push in Qigong. Don't ever push. Wu Wei. So the only thing that we learned new today, 2 things. One is that in the heavenly cycle, when we work our way around and we get back to the final 4th direction, and we finish the 10 reaches up into heaven energy and heavenly energy and bringing it into the body. After the 10th one, with the left hand, it's the right arm's turn to do something. What does it do? Instead of reaching up to heaven again, it comes to the belly, to the dantian, and it spirals. 1, in the left, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then the arms drop, and you do the same closing as we did for Earth. Right? So the only thing we're doing is we're inserting those 9 spirals with the right arm first. And what are we doing when we're spiraling? We are stirring, blending, cooking all of that, all of those amazing energies that we gathered and brought into our body. We're blending them in the energy center, which is our dantian. That's one thing we learned today. The other thing we learned today, and did for the first time, I think, is that we started in the east. We did an earth cycle, 1, 2, 3, 4 directions, turned back to east, did a heavenly cycle, 1, 2, 3, 4 directions, ending up in south. We did that nice closing. Boop. And now we do them both again, but starting in the south. So we get the picture of the whole form. An earth cycle followed by a heavenly cycle that start in the east and end in the south. And immediately we go right into an earth cycle followed by a heavenly cycle that start in the south and go 4 directions around to west. And then immediately we repeat an earth cycle followed by a heavenly cycle that start in the west and go all the way around to north. And immediately we repeat one last time, an earth cycle followed by a heavenly cycle that go around 4 directions and end in the east, which is where we started the whole thing. So that is the whole form. You end up doing 4 earth cycles and 4 heavenly cycles. And there's a lot of Qigong symbology in that count of 8, which we won't get into. It's just too hard to do with Zoom. I often have handouts when we're in person. The other thing that you may feel is in this heavenly cycle where we've got this figure 8, the body loves a figure 8. We've got this figure 8 loop where both arms are moving at the same time. One's going up while the other's going down, which is the similar thing in earth cycle with the scoop, right? Both arms moving at the same time, but we do a lot more of it. We do 10 in the heavenly cycle, 10 each direction. It can really space you out. The body just loves this, and we can lose count, which is why we get the fingers involved. When you do both thumbs, it's time to turn. But what you can lose sight of, and I often do, because I don't get my brain involved, is when you start with earth energy up, heavenly energy down, and you're facing a certain direction. Look over to your right. That's going to be your 4th direction. Because this is 1, this is 2, behind me is 3, and over to my right is going to be my 4th direction. And see what's there. And if you're in your house, for me, it's this big painting on the wall. If you're outside, it may be a tree or a fire hydrant or something. So as I'm turning around and lost in all this energetic feeling, oh, there's that painting. This is my 4th direction. I'm going to close. Okay. So then you get into, okay, I'm starting here now. Earth energy up, heavenly energy down. Before I do that, look over my right shoulder again. What's my marker for my 4th direction? So that as I start moving, direction 1, direction 2, direction 3, 4th direction. Oh, there's that marker. I'm going to close here. And you do that again. What's my marker? What's my marker? Over the right shoulder. That's a little tip that may help you. The other thing is, if there is a part of what we've done that is confusing for you and possibly making it impossible for you to practice now or to get it right, even after you look at the videos or something, that's a lot of time watching videos to try and find that one explanation for what you're missing. Call me. I'm in the church directory, or if you don't have a directory, call the church office and they'll give you my number. It's okay to call me or text me or email me with a question, and I'll be happy to get you an answer and help you keep moving so you can really enjoy this. Okay, we have 9 minutes left. Well, let's see how far we can go in 9 minutes. We won't go through all 4 directions, but we'll start in the east. Wuji Pose. Keep breathing, smiling. Let's start earth energy up. Weight on the right heel. Right hand on the bottom. Pivot. 4th direction. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we close the earth cycle. Weight on the right heel, drop the arms, pivot to the left as you scoop to heaven and step over, brush off, starting the first heavenly cycle. Pinky, pinky, right ring, left ring. Turn, step over, brush off, pinky. Turn, step over, brush off. Turn to the 4th direction, brush off, pinky, pinky. And 9 spirals, right, left, 3, 4. Close. Now we're facing south. Let's go once more around, starting here. Earth energy up. Three rotations. Pivot. Pivot, right hand on the bottom. 3 rotations. Pivot to the 4th direction. And close the earth cycle. Drop the hands, weight on the right heel, pivot left to begin the heavenly cycle. Brush off, right pinky, left pinky. Weight on the right heel, pivot, step over, brush off, right pinky, left pinky. Turn, brush off, right pinky, left pinky. Turn, brush off, we're at the 4th direction, right pinky, left pinky. Nine, 10, 9 spirals, right spiral, left spiral, 3, 4, right, left, 7, 8, 9, drop the arms and close. And we are out of time, so we're going to stop, but we went halfway through the form again. So let's end with pulling down the heavens, breathe in, gather the heavenly energy, pull it down through the front third of your body, clearing and cleansing anything that may need to be let go. Breathing through your nose, smiling, releasing into the earth. Breathe in again. Hands in front, but pull the energy through the back third of your body. Clearing and cleansing. Release into the earth. One more time. Down through the center. All the way. And release. Thank you for being with me these 6 weeks. I hope you enjoy practicing, and maybe we'll do some more Qigong in the spring. Take care.